Hello, my name is Jennifer Hancock, and I am a humanist, and mostly I react to and provide humanist commentary and reviews on Indian movies, hence Bollywood Humanist. But the truth is, I like all movies. I like, cinema from around the world, and I will occasionally review and talk about, American cinema. In this case, I want to talk about a Korean movie named Hello Ghost. And this is something I saw just the other day on Amazon. It's on Amazon Prime is where I saw it. And it was a really good movie in terms of how the story was told, the story that was told. I was crying at the end, and I only usually cry at, sappy Bollywood movies. So the fact that I was just bawling at the end of this thing, because it was so sweet. This movie was so sweet. So let's look at the trailer for this. It's got English subtitles. And then we'll talk about the humanist content within it and my review as a humanist of what this is about.
날씨 맑음, 느낌이 좋습니다. 꼭 죽을 수 있을 것만 같습니다. 짧은 중간이긴 하지만 호흡이 멈춰섰습니다. 또 못 죽었습니다. 그런데 저에게만 이상한 사람들이 보입니다.
병원에서 금연인 거 모르세요?
사람이 아니신가 봐요.
Guess you're not humans.
저기 애는
그것도 내식이나 캐릭터도 참 다양합니다. 여자애 환장하는 변태 할배, 오지랖 꼴초 아저씨, 혼날 울어대는 이상한 아줌마에다가 싸가지 식신 초딩까지.
여기 한 그릇 더!
왜 온 건데?
네 몸뚱이가 필요할 때가 있다는 거야. 네 몸에 들락날락하면서 말하고 먹고 친데라 식성, 성격, 건강 다 바뀌는 거야. 당신들 뭐야? 내가 우스워? 재수없어 진짜!
사라지기만 했어요. 에? 보내고 나도 죽을라니까.
원하는 거 있으면 다 들어줘.
지금 뭐 하는 거예요? 또란 낮추게 들름 봐!
한 그릇 더? 다시 나한테 이래 진짜. 이거 얼마? 제발 좀 가.
All right, so like I said, this is, a heartwarming ghost movie, right? So this guy tries to commit suicide, fails, and suddenly he can see ghosts, and he picks up four ghosts, and they won't leave him alone, and they're ruining his life, except, are they? Right? This is a really sweet movie. Now, the humanist, let's talk about the humanism, and then we'll talk about the movie, because I'm guessing most of you haven't seen this, because most of my fans are Indians. The humanist approach to suicide is that we don't have any prohibitions against it. That doesn't mean we think it's a good idea, but we don't have any religious prohibitions against it. We believe that the people have the right to do to their body what they want to do, and there's nothing negative that happens to you if you kill yourself, except that you're not alive anymore, and that's quite a punishment. There's a good friend of mine wrote a book called Stay, and it's a review of the philosophies for and against suicide, and she talks about the science about why you should stay, like the reasons to stay alive, even when things are very, very hard. And I feel very strongly about that. I feel as a humanist, this is the one life I have, and I'm not going to waste it or throw it away just because it got hard. I intend to live life fully. And that means taking the good and the bad and doing the best I can with it, but to keep moving forward with it and to experience it in all of its fullness. What we know about people who are suicidal, who get into a state where they're it's called suicide ideation, where they're thinking a lot about it and want to do it, is that's a mental health issue. That could very well be brain chemistry. There is help for you if you are experiencing that. If your life is so bad, that you're thinking of killing yourself, go get professional help. All right, because the key is to keep living, but to not keep living in the hell you're living in. And for that, you may very well need someone who can help you learn coping skills to get out of, to reset your life, basically. Now, I've been in situations where I have used the help of a therapist before, and it's the best thing I've ever done for myself because it gave me my life back. And I've known people, I knew a guy who hadn't been out of the house in 6 years because he had agoraphobia, and he was thinking about committing suicide because what kind of life did he have? And I said, if you want to live, keep living. Just don't keep living like you are. Go get the help you need so that you don't keep in this funk you're in. Because there are things that the average person can't help you with that you need a professional. And it's not that they're going to necessarily medicate you. My therapist taught me some breathing techniques to help me deal with my anxiety. So there's a lot of things that a professional mental health person can help you with because they've got the training to help you with that. So the first thing I would say about the suicide in this movie is, get help. If you're thinking about committing suicide, get help. Don't, we need to destigmatize mental health care because this is a lot of times the thoughts that you're having, it's not even your fault. Depression is a medical condition. It's not a sign of weakness on your part. It's a medical condition. And just as if you broke your arm, you would go to a doctor to get it set. If there's something wrong with your brain, go to a doctor to get it fixed. You don't need to suffer. You just have to not worry about the stigma of mental health care. And I think the movie Dear Zindagi with Ali Bhatt and Shah Rukh Khan did a really great job of destigmatizing mental health care. So if you're an Indian, or you're not an Indian, see that movie and understand it's good for you. It will help you get your life back. All right. So the second topic that's brought up in this movie is ghosts. Now, I don't really believe in ghosts. I don't believe in anything supernatural. If something happens, there's a natural explanation for it. If something is proven to happen, there's a natural explanation for it. And there you go. Now, do I like ghost stories? Oh, heck yeah, I do. I love me a good ghost story. This movie reminds me a lot of Truly Madly Deeply, where with my brain just went Truly Madly Deeply. Anyways, that movie's great, and the woman's husband dies, and he comes back as a ghost, and he brings all his friends back, and the point of that is to teach her how to live without him, by him being there as a ghost. This movie reminds me a lot about that. Now, one of the things I really liked about this movie is you don't know who these ghosts are. I mean, they're just random ghosts that attach themselves to him, right? There's this guy that smokes a lot. There's a lecherous old man. There's a woman who won't stop crying, and there's a young boy, and they all have these appetites. So the old man who wants to drink drinks a lot, and this poor guy, and they use his body to drink, to smoke. The kid gets his gigantic sugar fish and makes him eat the whole thing. But they all kind of come back to them wanting to kind of, he's told, oh, you gotta help them solve their problems, kind of like Sixth Sense, and then they'll leave you alone, and then you can commit suicide, right? And they keep asking him to do things that don't make any sense. Like the old man wants to return a camera, and the boy wants candy, and, this robot thing, and then they want him to pick up a bunch of DVDs from someplace. The woman wants to cook a meal for him and invite this girl that works at the cancer clinic, that works at the hospital. And you don't really know until the end, to the very end, who these people are. Because you start suspecting they have something to do. Maybe they all died in this hospital and they want to do something nice for the woman because they keep bringing her back to him back to her. And when you finally find out who they are, it is really touching. It is really seriously emotional. And like I said, I cried. I thought it was really good. So if you like this sort of movie, see this, because it was it was really good. I'm really glad I got to see it. It was heartwarming, it was loving, and it was funny. It was really funny. So there you go. And again, if you're considering suicide, or if you have suicidal thoughts, get help. End the stigma for mental health care. If something's wrong with you, get help for it, and get your life back, and get back to a point where you can enjoy life, because it can be done, and people do it. It's not easy to do. It might be the hardest thing you ever do, but you will be glad if you put the effort in and get someone to help you with this, okay? Because this is the only life you have. It'd be a shame to waste it and throw it away. It really would be. And the other thing is that, as my friend Jennifer points out in her book Stay, is that suicide is contagious. So by choosing to stay, you help other people choose to stay. So if you commit suicide, the people in your family are more likely to also do it. Your friends are more likely to also do it. By choosing to stay, which is a hard choice to make, you actually enable other people to make that same choice to stay. That's why her book is called Stay. And if you read English, I highly recommend the book. It's really, really good. And reach out for help if you need it. Bye.